So we started off with a wide shot to show her direction. We used continuity editing to show her coming through the door and the direction she's come from. We then used a tracking shot, followed by a close-up, just to experiment. Another tracking shot, which then goes into a point of view shot, just to show variety. More continuity editing.
We then used the low angle shot to show that Bryony was in a weak and vulnerable position. We then used a series of over the shoulder shots to show that who the two people that were having a conversation.
Yeah, I think we did. Drop the attitude. You're the one in the wrong. I've come to apologise. Sorry, there's nothing wrong.
We then used the close-up to show the emotions that Bryony was feeling at this moment in time. And then we finished with a high angle shot to show that Billy had more power over Bryony.
I think our prelim was alright, seeing as we had a limited choice of location.
Yeah, we only had an hour to do it as well, so...
And obviously the dialogue as well, we had to,
yeah.
and that didn't really work out very well. That's why we didn't use it in our final shot.
And it was our first ever experience of filming something as well, so it won't be bad. I think in comparison to our prelim, you can see the difference in quality because we've had a lot more time to prepare for it. And we knew our way, we knew more about the camera angles and their effects, and to do with lighting and sound.
Yeah, and we experimented with lighting as well.
Yeah, we had more variety of locations to pick from, compared to just within the school. And with the sound, you see how it created tension and that.
Yeah, we used the weather quite well as well. We filmed on windy days and it ended up being quite effective with the low angle shot of the trees, and it was windy, that was a bit uneasy. And then when we filmed outside in the garden with the wind on Daisy's hair, that looked quite effective.
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, and the music, I found it on that Purple Planet SoundCloud page. It was called Insidious. It was under the name like Insidious. I think it worked really well. Like when we needed it to go maybe like a bit more like powerful, it was.
Yeah.
So it fit in quite well, didn't it? And with the genre.
I think with some of the shots we use as well, like to create a sense of anxiety and like other moods towards the audience. We use the shots and like the lighting well.
A lot of disorientation, like it made me feel quite uncomfortable sometimes.
We used, because we had more time, we used different softwares and stuff, and getting hold of all the music and everything was simpler than I thought it was going to be. You just had to click one button and that was it. And because we got to use different software, we was able to play around with the editing a bit more and give that effect and all the title sequences.
Because Splice doesn't let you do that, does it? Splice is simple.
Yeah, and you only have like a fade in and fade out on Splice, whereas had more on iMovie.
Yeah.
So I tried to find a free download of the actual Bloomhouse opening, but it was really hard to find a free download, so I had to improvise and just find a picture and get it to zoom in, which like gave the effect and made people like unease.
Yeah, it actually looked quite good. It's a bit like intimidating where it comes towards you.
And same with the links.
Yeah, it's quite threatening. We wanted this quite simple, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't want anything fancy because our storyline is all about all the actions kind of on the dark magic and the ritual. So we didn't want anything to like overshadow that, did we?
And because everything's quite close up anyway, all the zooming in and the...
We started off with a close-up as well. We didn't want to go straight in with the character. We kind of wanted to introduce what she was actually up to, which through the candle could kind of...
Like that.
This is quite simple as well, but I think it looks quite good.
Like the
It's
white.
where it's fading in again.
The colour, it was a specific choice of colours. Like the white represents, like the white and the black represents the two sides of Daisy. Like the black of like her evil and like black magic, obviously, and then the white of
her innocence,
her
really.
innocence.
She's doing it for love. Like she's not.
Yeah.
Well, she is bad, but
She had good intentions.
I think the costume ended up looking quite good because it was like vintage and
But
made her look, you know, like
And the
goes with
effect of the light on
the low-key lighting.
and the way it reflects off of the actual
and with the candle as well, like really created.
flickers.
Yeah. Me and Billy actually had to go into the cupboard and shut the cupboard door, which was your idea.
Yeah.
And it was so claustrophobic. Like Billy was so close to me, and it was really compact.
Yeah.
And with our long hair, Billy tied hers up, but I couldn't because we needed it down for this.
We just kept it back off the front of you so it couldn't fall into the light.
Yeah. It was quite good that it was claustrophobic because it kind of, I don't know, it kind of added to it made it more real.
Yeah.
It was.
And the shadows in the back of
Yeah.
it gave the effect that she wasn't alone, like, and there's something after her.
And at that point, like the music got to a bit of a high point when she like scratched, and I think it sounded really good. That was hard to get that shot.
Yeah, I did that several times to get it right.
Changing makeup and hair, and that's the zoom in,
Yeah.
which worked really well.
And in this bit, when we actually was moving backwards, but you were still coming towards the camera, so that when the actual
It's like you're
shadow,
engulfing the shot.
when
The
the
shadows
shadow
just-
got bigger, it
and taken over. That was hard because I couldn't.
You had to position your
Yeah.
body in a certain way to make you look like dead.
I couldn't actually get up. I think the mirror looks good because it looks quite antique and
When you-
old.
Yeah, when you blow the candle out, it's like showing that there's no more hope for
Yeah, no hope, yeah.
Charlie.
Like his life might be like, because the candle's out, his life might be running out of time.
Being paranoid.
Yeah, him looking back shows his paranoia.
Yeah, this was. The wind was just so strong that the candle just kept blowing out.
Yeah.
But it did work to our advantage because
Yeah,
like, it
definitely.
made the audience like unease whether she was
Yeah.
still there or
And
if-
it was like vigorously, the candle was just vigorously shaking, just sometimes letting light on Daisy's face, but sometimes not giving you light. And as it was getting closer, it was like dark light, and you were like,
Yeah.
oh, she's gonna
It was a big improvement though from the prelim. Like we've developed the shots we used, and like we used lighting to our advantage to create different emotions for the audience.
No, yeah, definitely.
we had a lot more time to plan it. I think that's the main reason
Main
why.
reason, yeah, planning's very important.
More choice of location and things like
Yeah.
that.